I think we started now.
Did we start?
I think so.
Holy, hi guys.
Hi. Welcome to Blue Skies from the Basement. I'm Wes,
I'm Austin.
and that's Austin. Okay, you guys haven't seen our faces, so here you go. Now. No, I'm just kidding.
I've seen a few Instagram posts and shit.
Yeah, but could you still tell which one was which? Did we tag specifically which one was which person?
Oh, that might be a good point.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm Austin. That's Wes.
Follow us on Facebook, and then you would have been able to figure that out.
I guess if you followed us on Instagram, you'd be able to tell that, because we've tagged our regular Instagram names, right?
Well, I usually tag us both, even if I'm the one posting it.
Yeah. So, you would be able to figure out which one was which. So, but I'm Austin. That is the Savage Dad himself.
Mm-hmm.
Sexy ass motherfucker over here.
I can remember it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think you can forget that face, man. It's too good, man. It's too good to forget.
That wasn't him.
So on the last episode, my birthday was coming up. We're recording on a Sunday as usual, and I had a really good fucking birthday weekend. I mean, I had to work Friday for my actual birthday, but I got out an hour early, so that was cool. And even my boss was like, he looked down at the clock, he was like, it's 1:50. He's like, what the fuck are you still doing here? He's like, get out of here, go home, enjoy your day, enjoy your weekend,
That's a good boss.
Yeah, he was really cool. He was super nice to me all day too. I wonder if it was he was just being nice to me because it was my birthday. Because he was even fist bumping me and was like, man, I just want to tell you you're doing a really good job. It's like, okay, cool, thanks.
It's hitting on you because it's your birthday. It's like, hey,
kinda,
sexy.
Kinda, it's like, whatever. It's cool. Let's see, got home, hung out with the baby for a little bit.
You guys get to see the burps on video now. This is the fucking shit I have to sit through. This shit. And then I have to edit around it.
Took the baby over to my wife's mom's house. She gave me a float tank session, so I'm super excited about
You
that.
just lifted a whole float tank.
She gave me a whole float tank. No, so she gave me a float tank session. I'm super excited about that. A little nervous, but I'll tell you more when I actually have the experience and shit like that.
Well, I gave you some tips too. You'll be all right, man.
Yeah, I'll be fine. I know. And then I went over to my friend's house, Kayla and Shane. Shout out to them. Hung out with them for a little bit. They gave us oh shit. I got a game for us to play too.
A game?
Yeah,
dude,
yeah.
I almost brought over the VR stuff, but I thought that'd be rude to honesty, so I didn't.
Oh no, she would have enjoyed it too. I gotta go grab the book at some point. I gotta remember where the fuck it's at. I don't know.
Dude, you got dad brain hard.
Dude, super hard.
You're losing everything.
I know, man. But they gave us a book. It was like what it's like to be a dad or something like that. And then there was another book that's a mom and messages between a mom and a daughter or something like that. And they were cute, There was stuff in the dad book that I already knew and already know how to do. It was
how most of those books are.
How to change a diaper. And then it was after your significant other has the baby, it was usually the mother will want to hunker down. And so it was if they want to go out, let them go out. There was just a lot of things in there that I was already doing without having to read this book.
Yeah.
And that I had already known. So it was a nice thought and I enjoyed it. I haven't gotten all the way through it yet and I'm going to read it. But even just flipping through it, I was like, I know all of this already.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a thoughtful person to begin with, it's common sense.
Yeah.
That's for people either super young teen dads who have no idea what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
Or somebody who's just completely oblivious to the whole thing, where they're just stupid. But I mean, is there anything helpful that you read in the book?
Not so far.
Oh, well, fuck that.
No, because I've already known most of it, or I already kind of knew how to do it. Whatever. Yeah, figure it the fuck out.
I can't get comfortable.
So we drank a little bit, and then we went to Max and Irma's, the one I used to work at, and had had another beer there, ate some food, saw some people that I used to work with, whatever, and it was cool. They did the little birthday thing for me. I got like 6 free cookies. Like, it was cool. It was whatever. Went out to the bar, saw some friends that we used to karaoke with. One of them is a phenomenal singer.
Dope. That's always fun when somebody can actually sing.
Yeah, he's really good. So we hung out with them for a little bit and then just went home. And then Saturday, buddy, see,
that was a blast,
dude. So we went to Buckeye Indoor Go-karting. So shout out to them. They're electric go-karts. They go like 45 mile an hour, and it's indoors, which I was a little skeptical about. But they did, like, I wanted them to have like a fast section, and they did, like, that whole back. The whole last part of it.
That was the most fun part.
Full throttle the whole way through it, you know, and like I loved it. It was an absolute, especially we had the perfectly sized group that it was like 9 people that we got out on the track at once.
Only do 9 carts on the track at one time. We showed up with 9 people.
Exactly 9 people. It was awesome. Yeah. I loved it. And like the first race, like, because some people hadn't done it before, like your wife and like my wife.
Had Logan done it before?
I don't know if Logan had done it before or not.
He seemed like he was having fun either way, but yeah, I mean, it's fun if you've never done it before.
Oh
like,
yeah,
I've only done it once before with him, and it was
fuck Magic Mountain go-karts. Okay, like don't do Magic Mountain go-karts. Do either like the Grand Prix off Alum Creek or do the Buckeye Indoor off of West Broad Street, Columbus, Ohio. Shout out to both of them. But you could tell that like in the first race, like we kept getting like clumped up together just because people weren't used to it. So like some people were going a little bit slower, just trying to get a handle for whatever. And then the second race, like I was alone for most of it because everybody kind of like was able to keep their pace and shit like that. And so like still, man, I had an absolute blast. I thought it was awesome. I love doing that type of shit. I love driving things in the first place. And then driving something fast is like even more fun for me. Like a little bit reckless. Dude, that kid fucking taking out the barrier.
He didn't just take out the barrier. I mean, he took it out the first time, but then the second time he ended up under the barrier. Like
he like ripped his fingernail back probably from like holding onto the steering wheel and then the barrier like coming up onto him.
Yeah.
And like that was just a bad group, man. I'm glad that we had a large enough group that we all just went out with each other and didn't go with like a separate group because that would have been terrible. I would have been pissed if every fucking 5 seconds we got stopped because somebody went through a fucking barrier or broke a barrier or whatever.
Or they even penalize you for being too aggressive. So if you're bumping people trying to pass them, it's like they slow you down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was funny. My cousin Jacob he accidentally kind of bumped into somebody. He was probably going a little bit too aggressively.
He sideswiped my wife.
But so they slowed him down, and I pointed at him and laughed at him. I was like,
No, it was a blast though, dude. I was glad I was able to be there for that. And that Crystal could come too.
Me too.
Never comes out with us for stuff.
Oh,
so
also, tell your wife I'm sorry.
For what?
She's not a hugger.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Yeah.
You got that side hug in, and you could immediately tell. It's like trying to put the both positive ends of a magnet together. You can feel like her energy pushing you away.
Yeah. Yeah, that was my mistake.
Yeah.
So tell her I apologize for that awkward fucking experience there.
Normally, if she hated a hug enough, she would tell me on the trip home, but she didn't mention it, so.
Oh, okay. Well, still, tell her I'm sorry. Because it was super awkward for me, and after it was over, I was like, I should have known. I should have known. I felt bad. I felt bad making her go into the awkward situation. Like, that's what I feel bad about. So, like, yeah.
It's all right. My family does it to her all the time.
So, we had that amazing experience, and then we went to the Tanger Outlet Mall, which is out like 71, and went to a whole bunch of stores. My wife got a Michael Kors purse. We got like some Starbucks. I got 2 new watches, which I've been like super into getting more watches now. I don't want a smartwatch. I'm good on all that.
Flash that bling.
Oh, yeah. I'll flash it. Flash it for you guys. Bling, bling. Bling, 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 bling. Yeah.
It looks nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So I got that, and I got I bought myself some new shoes because we went to DSW and they were on clearance. I mean, I went to like the clearance section and like went to like the size 10, and like my eyes just immediately gravitated to these shoes, and I like kept trying to like look around, and my eyes just kept going back to these shoes, right? And I was like, I gotta have them, and they were like 40% off too. So I was
calling to you from the shelf,
dude.
Austin,
I had
on sale.
Seriously.
Let me love your
Yes,
feet.
and they do. They do. We went to Buca de Beppo afterwards, and I put them on. I was like, I'm not wearing these shitty ass skate shoes that are all dirty.
You put them on in the Buca?
I put them on before we went into
It'd be
Buca.
awkward as fuck putting them on in Buca while they're bringing out like the trays, the family platter.
Right.
And you're like, hold on, let me change my shoes real quick.
Bro, I ate so much food, man.
I wish I could have gone to that. If we didn't have to go get the kids, Buca's one of my favorites.
It's
I just
fucking delicious,
pound
man.
back cannolis all day.
I was hoping that you guys could go because I think it would have been just a fun thing. But it was cool. We got like the little like trio thing that you can get, like appetizer, and we got the mozzarella sticks. What's that shit? The squid.
Calamari.
Yeah. Thank you. And then the spicy popcorn shrimp. Oh. And oh my god, man, the spicy popcorn shrimp is delicious.
Yeah.
Calamari was super delicious. Mozzarella. They're not sticks. They're just mozzarella bite. Like they're like triangles.
Cheese curds?
They're triangles.
Huh.
So, but they were good.
Cheese wedges.
Basically, yeah. Got the cheesy garlic bread, and then me and my wife got God, I'm so bad at this.
Dad brain, guys. It's a real thing.
Something Alfredo. What? Fettuccine Alfredo. Thank you, babe. My wife's sitting over there on the couch.
You know, Italian words.
Italian food, okay? We ate so much, man. It was so good.
Yeah.
It was fucking delicious. And then just, went home, got the baby from her mom. Shout out to her mom. Thank you to her mom for watching the baby Friday night so we could go out, and then
shouts out, Mom.
All day Saturday for that. That was awesome. Yeah, I had a great fucking birthday, and I mean, we didn't really do much. Like, it's not like I went to like Hawaii or something for my birthday, but like for what we did do, like I had a blast, and like even my wife was like, when we were on the way home or at some point, she's like, I had fun. She's like, you picked some good things, because me and my wife are not like, we're somewhat opposites. Like when it comes to like things that we like to do, Like, she had never done go-karts before and was super nervous about going, which is understandable, because, like, even I was like, stay the fuck out of my way.
Oh, Crystal had to step outside after the first race for, like, a good 5 minutes and just breathe because she was like, that was intense, and like, I'm stressed out now, but let's go do this second race because that was fun.
Yeah, okay, yeah. See, like, your adrenaline really starts going. Like, you're driving fast, like... Yeah, it's an adrenaline rush for sure. So like it's not for everybody, but I'm glad that like both of our wives really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Like it so I was just glad that she was nervous about it and everything else, but I'm glad that she enjoyed it just as much as I did, My biceps hurt so bad after that, dude.
Dude, that's what I was going to say, too, is, like, that's another part of, like, adding to the adrenaline rush of doing the kart racing is the whole time you're leaned way back. Well, not really leaned back, but you're back from the pedal, so you have to, like, reach out with your right foot and just slam that fucking pedal down the whole way while you're going around, unless you're using the brakes or pulling off around a corner. But so, like, you're extended, even if they adjust the seat for you, and then the steering wheel is stiff as shit, so you're trying to turn around the corners like, stop!
They can move the pedals too, right?
Yeah, I found out after the first race and then just didn't bother with it the second race.
Oh, see, I didn't know. I knew you could move the seat the first race, but I didn't know you could move the pedals until the second race. And so the second race, I was way more comfortable because I was closer to the steering wheel and wasn't so far back because they pushed the pedals back for me.
Even then, you're still just like, you've got this one whole side of your body just like pressed down, and then you're just,
Yeah, it is like super hard to turn those things. Like,
once you get it down, you start just gliding around those corners, though. It's a blast.
Yeah, it is super fun. I felt like my second kart was looser than the first one. The first one had more grip. and I was able to like go around corners like easier. But the second one that I had, I was drifting around like almost every corner.
I had the same thing happen too, where my first cart felt really stiff and really grippy, and then the second cart, I was just that last curve before the kind of it's not a straightaway, but that like gentle part at the back, that last curve, you could start the turn and do a full like 90-degree turn drift around the whole thing,
Yeah,
and it was so fun.
yeah, it
Yeah.
was. On the second race, I like lost power for a second, like right at the end, and then
Mm.
it kicked back on. I was like, what the fuck? And then I saw the dude walking over to go and open the barrier to let people start
Uh,
back in. So I got like one more
a
lap,
bonus lap.
and I had full power the whole way too. I thought I was gonna have like the little like when you're going back and it's like super slow, like the 5% power or whatever that they give you.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be, but no, like pretty much the whole way around for that last little lap that I had, I was full power. So I just had fun and was like drifting around the corners and shit.
Ah,
Yeah,
your new boo that you were doing your back and forth with there, he gave you an extra lap because he liked
dude,
you.
you like, and that I think that made it so much more fun too, because
That
like
dude was fucking with you the whole time.
it was he called me babe.
Yeah.
I fucking lost it. I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna take you out to dinner after this." He was like, "Where are we going to? Like Steak and Shake or something?" I was like, "No, we're going to Buka." He was like, "Oh shit, okay, all right."
You
He
gonna
was like,
wine and dime me then, huh?
"Basically, yeah, dude."
Dude was great. He was
Yeah,
awesome.
all the guys were like super cool. You could tell that that one older dude was like really serious about it though, and like was like really stern. But like all the workers there were like super cool, and we were joking around with them. Like it was really laid back and really
Hmm.
fun. Like I had a great experience.
Crystal wants to go back, just me and her, and she wants to like get better at it. She wants to practice against me, and then challenge you
Oh, good
because
luck.
she's extremely competitive. And the whole time she was like, "I just want to get good enough to beat Austin."
Yeah, good luck with
So
that.
we're gonna go waste so much money training her.
Oh, I told my wife that we're gonna go back. She, from the first race to the second race, my wife picked up 4 seconds or dropped off 4 seconds.
Yeah,
So she was like at
nice.
a, she's over there like doing this.
Celebrating.
She went from like a 35 to a 31.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what's up. I was like super surprised and I was super happy too. But you could tell how much more comfortable people were getting from the first race to the second race.
Yeah, I placed exact same time both races. I
Yeah.
was right in the middle both races, 5th place out of 9 people both times.
I gotta teach you like driving line, and like
I figured it out a little bit better the second race, but you guys are a whole family of racers, so it was just
this
like I
is
couldn't get
true.
past like your family that was there.
It was like my dad, Jacob, me, and then
Your grandpa.
yeah, but he wasn't up there, was he?
I don't
Because
remember.
he was kind of slower. I
Yeah,
mean, he's
he was
older.
taking it chill.
Yeah, he's a little bit older.
Yeah,
But those three people, like me, Jacob, and my dad.
we weren't getting past you
Oh
guys.
yeah, no, there was no way. We are actual, and my dad has done like Grand Prix karting, like that place off Alum Creek.
Yeah.
He had like
He showed up I raced with him the last time we went.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He had like a seasonal pass,
Mm.
so like he went like more times than all of us. Like he's the one that's most comfortable with it.
You could tell too.
Well, after the second race, and he fucking whooped our asses.
Yeah.
I wonder if he let me win the first one and then was like,
Let me show him how this goes.
yeah, yeah. Or if he got that grippy cart that I had the first one, and then I just happened to have one of the like.
I felt like a bitch complaining about the cart the first time around, but then when I got that second cart, I was like, yeah, there's definitely a big difference.
I wonder if there's a place out there that has like the shifter carts.
Like a paddle shift?
Yeah, not really. No, like it's a bar that comes up,
Oh, okay.
but you shift forward to downshift and shift back to upshift. So like when you're in first gear, you like pull it back just a smidge to go into neutral, and then you or push it forward to go into first, and then you pull back to go into second, third, fourth.
Yeah.
But they're like 100 mile an hour, and that's like an outdoor track.
Fuck yeah.
So I think that those like if there's a place out there that we could go and do like the same thing that we did with the Buckeye indoor go karting, but do that with the shifter carts, I would love to do that because they're so much faster
Yeah.
and they're gas powered. So I think that would be fun.
I liked the electric carts. That was cool, but you're right. It would be fun to have like the noisy rumble of the engine and
Yeah.
flying around going way faster. 'Cause these
Yeah.
only went 45 max.
But Still,
It was fun. Like it
yeah.
was fast.
Oh, I was having a blast. That was absolute favorite, man. I
Yeah.
fucking enjoy that shit. I love driving things and racing cars and everything else. So that I knew that that's what I wanted to do for sure.
Yeah. Well, it sounded like you had a pretty perfect birthday weekend, man. I mean, fuck Hawaii. Vacations are stressful. Staying in town and doing the things you love with the people you love, that's like the
Yeah,
best it can get.
for sure, man. And
Yeah.
I was glad that everybody that like I, asked to come out was able to come out. Like
Hmm.
for sure. I asked a few other people to come out, but again, I'm kind of happy that it worked out the way that it did because we had the perfect group.
Yeah.
Like we had 9 people, and we could use 9 people for like the one race. So everybody got to go out at the same time. It wasn't like we had 9 people go out and then like 3 or 4 people go out.
That would have been a whole different dynamic.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So I think it was awesome the way that we had it. Going shopping afterwards and just spending time with my dad and his girlfriend, like that was fun too. And like with my wife and just walking around and talking and doing random shit. Like I had a good time, man. I had a really great birthday.
Awesome.
24 years young. Oh, speaking of which, we're drinking this Down East pumpkin blend seasonal.
Product placement.
Sponsor us, Down East. I'm gonna send you an email.
It's tasty. I didn't think well, no, I thought I was going to like it because the chai in there it sounded really interesting, but I was curious what it was going to be like.
It's an unfiltered blend of apples, pumpkin, and delicious chai spices. If fall were a drink, it'd be this.
It's real sweet, little tart, real sweet.
Mm-hmm. I fucking love it.
It's got a heavy amount of chai in there though, so if you like chai tea, it's really tasty.
Yeah.
The pumpkin's more of like an undernote under the chai.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
went to a local bar downtown, and because we just wanted to go downtown, and so we went and stopped at Rocket Fizz, and then went to local bar, and I was like, hey, what do you guys have for cider? And he was like, oh, I got Down East in a can. I was like, oh, let me get that. He was like, yeah, well, we got this pumpkin Down East too. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about right now? He's like, yeah, it's their seasonal fall shit. I was like, well, let me just get the original first and a shot of Fireball. Well, I got a double shot of Fireball. So I drank that and I was like, let me try that pumpkin shit.
Yeah.
And I took that first sip and was like, I'm fucking sold. Fucking sold. So after we went shopping before we went to DSW with my dad, they stopped to look for the Crown Apple Peach because his girlfriend wanted to get it. And I was walking around. I was like, oh, man, I wish they had some Down East. And my wife was like, they do. And guess what else they have? And it's like they sell it in like a box of 4.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, yep, getting that. Bought 2 boxes. Fucking, I was so happy, dude.
There's something really appealing about those boxes of 4s that fuck with me every time that I see those. Like when I go to the store and I see a box of 4, I'm like, ooh, those are special.
Yeah.
And I want to buy it.
Yeah.
Especially because one of my all-time favorite beers, Backwoods Bastard by Founders.
Mm-hmm.
It's seasonal, so you can only get it a certain time of the year. And it comes in one of those 4-packs. And it's like 11.5%, and it's barrel-aged, and it's the heavier version of Dirty Bastard, which used to be my favorite beer until they came out with the Backwoods Bastard.
Okay.
Yeah. So every time I see that, I'm like, yup, give me a 4-pack of those for $15.
Yeah. It's like $9.88 for a 4-pack of.
Oh, that's
of
not
this.
bad.
It's not too bad. So I bought 2 of them for like $18.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. Right. Not too bad. Not too bad.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, man, I had a great fucking birthday. It was cool.
It sounds like it, man.
Yeah. So I saw something on Facebook the other day and I thought it was funny. And then I also kind of wanted to talk about. I had to uncover this, so it was like
You did some digging?
sensitive. No. Like
Oh.
it was like a sensitive photo on Facebook.
Oh,
So,
so you
like-
had to verify that you wanted to see it.
Yeah. It was like, do you want to uncover this photo? And then you click like uncover photo, and it was a joke, and it was 4 black pictures. Like broken up with like the white lines in the middle.
Okay.
So like 4 black pictures, and it said The Adventures of Helen Keller.
Oh, stop it.
Why did I have to uncover that? Like it was that sensitive, Like I thought it was funny,
Yeah.
and then but like I was expecting, like somebody to be dead or something,
Yeah.
like showing like
Violence.
I saw another one. It was like Russian bear killed for killing people,
Mm-hmm.
and it showed like some of the mangled people like that the bear had killed, like, and I had to uncover that. I totally get that.
Right.
But this though,
That's kind of like
it
an
was
age gate thing where like, are you old enough to see this type thing?
kinda, but
Yeah.
it was like, this is a joke with
Mhm.
4 black pictures that, like, if you can't read, then you're good. You know, like, that is my microphone too, by the way.
I know. I'm
so-
sorry. I'm trying not to get like all up on it.
No. I don't care.
Spin this around.
I'm just like warning you, so you don't like
Catch your chlamydia.
you get all up on it and shit, and just rub yourself on it, whatever. I also saw another photo. It was like,
Can we talk about how like Helen Keller jokes are a little? I mean, I laughed kind of hard at that. I'm sorry, but they're a little like overdone now. Like my favorite one's the "How do you confuse Helen Keller?" There's a lot of answers to this, but I only have one favorite answer.
Put a scratch and sniff at the bottom of a pool. Oh no, that's how do you kill a blonde? Sorry, never mind. My bad.
I like that. I keep laughing really hard at these really bad jokes, and it's saying a lot about my personality. You give her a basketball.
I've heard that one. Oh shit, that's good.
Yeah.
What
What was the other post?
The other one was, who are the people that cut down trees? Dude, my dad brain is so bad.
Loggers?
Sure, yeah. So loggers say timber, and golfers say 4, and welders say watch your eyes. What do mechanics say?
I don't know.
Goddamn son of a bitch! This fucking piece of shit. Whoever built this motherfucker is a goddamn piece of shit. Like, I fucking hate this shit. God damn it! I lost my 10mm fucking socket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've heard the IT version of that, where it's like the support desk guy, and he's like, it's all you do all the same answers, then it gets the IT guy, and it's like, did you turn it off and back on again? Is it plugged in?
Is it plugged in? See, because my dad was in IT and shit, like, if I have to ask for IT help from somebody random and they like ask me that shit, I like have to take a deep breath and go, okay, I know the fucking basics. I just want to put this out. I feel like if I ever have to ask for IT help or call somebody for IT help, that's the first thing I tell them. Is like, I've tried turning it on and off again. I know that it's plugged in. I actually need help here. Okay, yeah. I'm not retarded. Okay,
well, there's a word for the I forget exactly what the acronym is, but like in IT communities they use it a lot, where it's like the problem is behind the keyboard. Is
oh
like
yeah,
the little phrase they'll use for that.
Oh man,
yeah.
I saw a post that was like, people that don't work in IT. They're like, oh, I've got an Alexa and like my lights are all connected, you know, to my phone, and like I've got a doorbell that's got a camera on it that's connected to my phone and everything else. And it's like, actual IT people is like, I've got a printer from 2004 and I also have a gun just in case the motherfucker like tries some shit. And I thought about you when I saw that.
I don't trust that shit. Crystal used to get mad at me because I would stockpile like old PCs, and I'm like, these are gonna save us one day. This new shit's gonna kill us all.
Basically.
Well, we were talking about the post you saw on Facebook. It reminded me of like just bad internet jokes that have been going on for way too long.
Okay.
Have you ever been on the subreddit 50/50?
No.
Okay, so the entire premise of this is that it could be really good or really bad. And when you click on the link, you have a 50/50 chance of it being either one of those things. So let me scroll past the pinned post here at the top, and I'll just hand this to you.
Okay.
And you can 50/50 yourself real quick.
Okay. So 50/50 Call of Duty Modern Warfare's Death from Above mission, X-ray and CT scan of a blowjob? What?
A CT scan of a blowjob.
So should I like click on it?
Yeah, so the link is either going to be, it's going to be one of those two things.
Oh. Oh, it's a CT scan of a blowjob.
Hey,
cool.
You got a cool one.
All right, what up? Okay, well, the first one, whoever's giving the blowjob can't deep throat. The second one, that person can deep throat.
Well, it's probably like single shot pictures of like a Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a CT scan of somebody giving a
Oh, I
blowjob.
misunderstood the whole premise.
Yeah.
That is deep down there.
Yeah,
Look
see, that's
how
what I'm saying.
squeezed it is,
Yeah,
too.
I don't know if I can show
That's a
this.
squishy
I'm
slong.
not gonna show. All right, so
we
let's
might
go back.
we might get pulled off YouTube for just talking about this. I just realized.
Chris Evans taking a selfie in bath or penis shaving gone wrong.
Oh,
which
shit.
it's gonna be the penis shaving gone
It's
wrong.
gotta be. I
Oh
don't
no,
mind me
it's
some Chris Evans
no,
though.
it's Chris Evans taking a bath.
Oh,
Yeah,
I like Chris
that,
Evans.
That one was good. Okay, chandelier falls on woman, instantly kills her, or lady lamp.
What's Lady Lamp?
Let's find out.
Can I see Lady Lamp? Because I'm assuming that's what it is. Oh my god. Okay. It's as literal as you can take the phrase lady lamp. It's a lamp
made out of a lady. Okay. From
but
what
not in a bad way, in like the best way.
it looks like BDSM. So she's got like a thing in her mouth that's like a strap, you know, to kind of like keep her mouth a little open.
Yeah.
And then she's got her arms tied behind her back.
In the industry, that's called a bit, the thing in her mouth.
The bit? Okay.
Yeah.
So then there's 2 bars that go down the side of her that go like and connect up above her head and then connect to the ceiling. And then they go down to like her butt and then or to her hip. And then there's a bar that goes out on each side. So she's like splits.
Doing a perfect flat split hanging from the ceiling.
And there's lights hanging from her legs.
They wired up a sex swing like a Christmas tree and put a woman in the middle of it.
Dude, it looks like she's hanging like...
Is she hanging by her mouth?
Bro, that's like 20 feet in the air. No, she's not hanging from her mouth, but
Oh, no,
like,
she just has that in her
they
mouth.
have like a foyer that's like the ceiling is up to the 2nd floor.
Yeah.
So how the fuck did they get her up there?
A ladder and some time?
I guess. Jesus Christ.
I wish we could show you. We'll post this up on Instagram or something.
Yeah, because I can't show this shit on YouTube. It's not a thing. It's
all right,
not
so
happening.
you got all good ones. You got lucky.
I got some good shit.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, that's the premise there. It just reminded me when we were talking
That's
about
good.
that.
I like that. I
Yeah.
like that.
It's a fun one. I mean, it's once again a little overplayed. It's been around a long time, but if you didn't know about it, it's a fun thing to just be like, all right, let's scroll through that for a little bit.
It's kind of like the Snopes shit that we were doing.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
It's fun just playing a random game on the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed. Agreed. Why is my dog being annoying right now? Because we literally took her out, like, before you got here.
What's she doing, man? Oh, there she
Yeah.
is. Hi, Susan.
Don't say hi to her. Don't acknowledge her. It just makes it worse.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have done that.
I don't know what her issue is.
Beer 2, guys.
I gotta find out where this is my second beer. I gotta think for a second and see if I can go find that book real quick.
Okay, you want to take a break and go look for it, and then we can come back in with that. And I've changed my belief systems lately because something happened to me. So if
Okay.
you guys have listened to the podcast before, you might know that I'm against paranormal stuff. Something happened. Something happened.
To you
To
personally?
me, personally.
Okay, but hold on. You believe in like aliens?
Oh, no, we got...
But Ghost was like too much for you.
Well, okay, so I think
Mm.
aliens are reasonable because you can logically break down that would be a possibility. But ghosts, there's absolutely no evidence that would be a thing. Like, we haven't pinned down the idea of a soul scientifically, so why would there... But as far as, like, life on another planet, possible.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. I'll give you that much. All right. Let's just go to a break and then we'll come back to
Okay,
this.
okay.
Start that. All right. So we're back. Welcome back to the show. This is beer number 3 for me.
I'm gonna get there eventually.
Eventually, the Amanda Bynes shit.
Eventually.
There's a little kid stuck in a well. I'll get there eventually.
Meh.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what were we gonna get into?
Ghosts, bro.
Oh, there was that, and then there was something else.
Well, you have a book.
Oh yeah, this book.
We're gonna make you wait.
It was sitting right next to me, and it's funny that I was like, "What were we gonna talk about?" And as I'm like staring at the book, so it's I don't know who this is by. Uh, Piccadilly,
Piccadilly?
Piccadilly
Publishing?
Incorporated.
Oh,
Um, but it's 20 questions about me.
Piccadilly. That seems racist.
Whoa. So a new segment on our show is going to be we're just going to go through this book. We'll probably just do like a page each time.
Yeah.
I don't know how many questions. 13 questions on each page. So we'll just kind of quickly go through them. But we'll make it like a thing just so you guys, the listeners can kind of get to know us a little bit better. Hear some funny shit or whatever. So we'll just go through some of the questions in here, and yeah, there'll be a new segment on our show, stuff
Okay.
like that, just so the listeners can get to know us a little bit better.
All right.
And then you guys can also write in, what your answers are to some of the questions, either on our Instagram, Blue Skies Pod, or Facebook, or you can email us, blueskiespodcast@gmail.com, or you can always call in at 614-600-2056.
Hey, you got it.
I know, I got it now, okay? You just had to give me a few things. All right, so the first question is, what is your idea of perfect happiness?
Perfect happiness?
Perfect happiness is what it says.
Why is that the first fucking question?
I actually I did not know what the first question was, and that's a pretty deep dive right
That's
there.
a hard question.
That's a hard question.
Off the top of my head.
I think my idea of a perfect happiness would be financially stable, to where like I could basically just like buy whatever I wanted to, and live comfortably, and have friends and family around. Regardless of what I do at that point, my perfect happiness would be to be financially stable and to be able to enjoy my time with my friends and family.
It's a good answer.
Thank
well
you.
thought.
Thank
Makes
you.
sense. I'd go with that too. My only other, I guess, a different answer for that for me would be like, if I was gonna take this from a loner perspective, it'd be just sitting in the woods with a bowl, some good music, just hanging
Okay.
out in the woods for a few hours. I've never been upset just chilling in the woods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True. Oh, I'm gonna add to mine.
We're just gonna keep adding to our answers.
Being able to smoke weed.
Yeah.
Because I can't smoke anymore. I haven't smoked. I'm completely sober with like weed and everything. So being able to smoke again would be like, thanks, bruv. Thank you. I've been doing fucking great, actually. Over 2 months sober now.
Hell
so,
yeah, dude.
Yeah. All right. We'll hop into the next one. What is your greatest fear?
I feel like I'm being fucking interrogated right now. What do you
Yep.
mean? What is my greatest fear? I'm gonna have to go with the classic, and it's still I'm a little ashamed to admit this, but everybody's scared of it and doesn't admit it. But the dark,
Yeah.
just the dark in general, because it's when I'm the most unsure of what is out there, and unsure of my own thoughts of what is out there. So like I
Okay.
can't trust what's out there, and I can't trust myself on it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So it fucks you up.
I feel it. Okay.
Yeah.
Dying. For me.
Yeah, that's a good answer.
That's my greatest fear is dying. Like even like I'm terrified of heights. But I'm not afraid of the height. It's the like falling and dying is what my brain goes into. Is like, oh well, if I fall off the scaffolding, what if I die?
Yeah.
And I'm not ready to die yet.
That's actually a
So-
big thing with people who are scared of heights or scared of like dying in general is the like standing at the edge of something. Like
Oh yeah.
it's that like what if I jump thought in the back of your head, and you're like trying to fight that feeling. You're like, I would
Yes.
never jump, but what if I did? And
Yeah.
a lot of people have that thought, and it's this weird like
This guy right here.
yeah.
It's me. Yep.
It seems like, why is my brain doing this to me? Because
Yeah.
I'm supposed to want to survive, but you like look over the edge of something, you're like, oh, I could jump.
Yeah, I hate that shit. I
Yeah.
absolutely hate it. So yeah, dying is definitely my greatest fear. What is the trait you most deplore in yourself?
Dude, fuck this book.
What is deplore?
You can't stand it. You hate it about yourself.
Oh,
The deplorables. You know, the fucking Hillary Clinton thing.
what trait do I most deplore about myself? Damn, that's a good question for me. I don't.
That you're a white supremacist.
I,
I hate that about you too. It's okay.
Actually, no. It's not.
It's the one thing he's comfortable with.
Totally comfortable with it.
I'm glad we
I'm
can
not
we
a
see
white
that we're both red on camera.
I'm not a white supremacist, by the way.
No, I just like to joke about it.
I don't know, man.
What was the question again? The thing I don't
what is
like
the
about
trait
myself the
you most deplore about yourself?
I'm gonna have to go with it's split between my teeth and my if I'm going physical traits, it's my teeth and my feet. And neither of them are terrible, but I hate them both. Yeah.
Oh man,
My feet are pretty bad if I'm being honest.
I think for me, it would have to be, like I guess like being an asshole too much.
But you kind of revel in that a little bit.
And see, that's kind of the problem.
It's a love-hate, give and a take kind of thing.
Yeah, like there's times where I'm like super nice and can be super nice, and then there's other times where I'm just like fucking cold and like just don't give a shit. And like I pissed off one of my coworkers the other day. I was just having a bad morning and walked into the room where they're like tearing the drywall down, but we keep some of our shit in there, and one of my coworkers was standing in there, and she was like, "Oh, I'm just sending a message to our boss because they like made a mess in here," which he knew that this was going on. And then she was like, "I can't find any of our chargers and our batteries." Well, we have like a box that's in there that has like a vacuum in it that we keep all of our chargers and everything else in it. Like it's got like a backpack vacuum in there that has like a battery that you can plug into it.
So Ghostbusters.
Basically. So, and I was like, "They're in there." And she was like, "What?" And I was like, "They're in there," and then pointed to the box. And she was like, "Oh, well, nobody told me that." And I was like, "Well, did you look?" And then just walked out of the room. And then like later on, she came back. She was like, "I don't know what I did to you and why you're being an asshole to me, but don't you ever talk to me ever again like that." And I was just like, "I'm sorry. Like, I didn't mean to talk to you like that. Like, it wasn't you. Like, if there was anybody else in that room, like, I would have said the same shit. Like, it was not, you don't take it personally. Like, I'm sorry." And by the end of the day, we were cool, whatever. But, like, sometimes I'm just an asshole. And I'm just blunt and just kind of, but for real, did you look? Like, I understand that they're tearing down this wall and that there's a mess and everything, but if you would have just opened that box first, like you went straight to being like, "Oh, I don't know where they are," but you didn't even look at where you were going because she was going to go get the vacuum.
Yeah.
So like if she would have like opened that up, she would have answered her own question, but she was sitting there like sending a message to our boss. Like I was like, "Well, did you even look? Like figure some shit out on your own first. Like try and figure it out on your own before you go and get your manager." Like even working in the restaurant industry, that's why a lot of our managers liked me, because if we ran out of something, or like people would be like, "Oh, well, we're out of, salmon." And I'd be like, "Hold on." And I would go back there because I did the trucks and shit too.
Self-sufficiency.
So I knew where everything was.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Let me go and check and see if I can find it first." And then if I couldn't find it, then I would go find a manager and tell them and be like, "We're 86 this," or "I can't find this," sort of shit. And like I knew where sometimes it might be here, it might be there, whatever. So my whole thing was, you figure out a system, the way that things are run, and be one step ahead of the system. So always try and go above and beyond with your job, like always try and be a step ahead of the system. If you don't have to go to your manager for something, or your supervisor, or your foreman, whatever the fuck it is, then do that. Like try and figure it out on your own before going to them and bothering them. They've got to manage all these other people, so you should be able to figure it out on your own.
No, fuck the system.
Did I
bug
have
them all day? Bug them all day.
Did I have to go about it that way? No. No, I didn't, and I was kind of an asshole. But I apologized and I said I was sorry. Okay, and I was.
I'm
I
sensing that
was.
you still have some anger about this. Is
I
the
do a
thing,
little
though.
bit because
Yeah, I can tell that you're still mad about it.
because there is a part of me that's like, you should have been able to figure that shit out on your own.
Not
If you would have
everybody-
opened the fucking box and looked in there, then you would have realized that all of our chargers and batteries were in there.
Yeah.
And it was like, it's not like we had all of our chargers and batteries sitting out in that room, okay?
Yeah, you're still furious.
There
about
was
this.
more in that box. So even if they would have moved our chargers and batteries, like the ones that we had out, if they would have moved those and we didn't know where they were, there was more in that box that you could have used. So there was no reason for you to send this whole fucking message or whatever.
Some people might say that you've overthought vacuum placement.
It was chargers and batteries. It was not the
Yeah.
vacuum. It was the chargers and batteries. And
Either or.
yes.
I mean, you're not wrong. So the thing is, you're not wrong. You're just right, and you're an asshole who's right.
so my whole point is, this is the trait that I deplore about myself. Okay, is
That's a
that
good one.
sometimes I'm too much of an asshole.
Do you have a physical one? Because my emotional one would.
Teeth.
Yeah.
Definitely
okay,
my
yeah.
teeth, but I also I don't take care of my teeth as much as I should.
That's the
so.
thing that bothers me about them. Same with my feet. Is like they're a pain in the ass to take care of.
Yeah.
And then they just end up looking worse, and then you have more anxiety about them.
Yeah.
I can't reach my feet very well. I don't want to go down there. But my emotional one would be my anxiety that leads to a short fuse. Like my anxiety is the most flammable substance in the world, and I have the shortest fuse that you just dump that anxiety on it. I'm just fucking ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on from that. That was a long one. Oh
I
Jesus.
didn't expect this to go so deep.
Right. What is your greatest extravagance?
Do they mean that in like I know I shouldn't be doing this as much as I'm doing it, or it's something that I'm flashy about with my
I
personality?
don't know.
Well, let's go with because I relate more to I do too much of this. It's probably substance intake in general. Like I love me some alcohol and I love me some weed, and I'm a little extravagant with my consumption.
Okay. I could probably agree with that. And then CS:GO.
Yeah.
That is probably one of my greater extravagances. I just fucking love the game and I love everything about it. So, and it pisses me off a lot too. And I still get back on and play it constantly.
I think it feeds the asshole.
I probably does a little
Yeah,
bit.
that
Yeah.
might be part of why you like. Because a lot of the times, going off that last question, like you're riding that line of the two sides using jokes. So like a lot of your humor is pointed at pointing out flaws and making fun of people's mistakes and like
Yeah.
yeah.
But I care about you.
No,
okay?
that's part of it's part of your personality. It shows if you're chewing somebody out, it's because you love them.
Yeah. I'm just trying to make you a better person. That's
Yeah.
all. All right. What is your current state of mind? Jesus fucking Christ.
I mean, right now, pretty good. I feel great. We're doing a podcast. Got the video going. I'm drinking. I'm hanging out with you.
Yeah, I totally agree. My current state of mind is great. I had a great weekend, birthday weekend. I'm enjoying. I love my family, and I love coming home to my family. And I feel I'm not quite there yet to where I want to be, but I know that I'm taking the steps to get there, and so that I just try and remember that, and it makes me feel like good that I know that I'm like taking that next step to making sure that I'm taking care of my family, and then also the support that I've gotten from family and friends. It makes me feel a lot better. So my state of mind right now is pretty good. I'm not quite there where I want to be, but I know that I'm taking the right path. So I'm
You're doing way better than you were a few months ago.
definitely,
Mhm.
definitely, and so it keeps me in a pretty good state of mind. I've had a lot better days recently, for sure.
Yeah, that's awesome.
What do you consider the most? What do you consider the most overrated virtue?
Are there gonna be any like?
I don't know, man.
Like-
This is the first page, so they probably were like, "Let's get real deep into this shit."
And then by the last page, they're like, "What's your favorite fast food?"
I can skip to the last question if you want.
No,
Let's
that's
see.
cheating.
Okay, all right. We'll just keep going. All right. So,
No peeking.
what do you consider the most overrated virtue?
All right, so it's something that people hold as like a high bar of like a standard for themselves.
Basically.
Patience can go fuck itself. That's the most overrated virtue. I'm not patient for shit. I can't order things online because I check the mailbox after an hour after I've ordered it.
Like it's gonna be there.
Yeah. And
full well knowing that it's not going
it
to be.
drives me crazy. Like when we ordered the business cards for the show, it was like every day. And it was like I checked before I left for work. I'd call Crystal when I was at work, like, hey, did they come? Like, I can't handle it.
I think beauty.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yep.
a way smarter answer than mine.
I don't think so. I still think that patience is one of those things that fuck that. Sometimes I'm like
It depends on the
Okay.
situation, but yeah.
standing outside of Buckeye go-karting.
Oh, yeah.
I was super impatient.
You could not wait for people to fucking show up.
I wanted you motherfuckers to already be there.
I was there 20 minutes early, guys.
So shouts to Wes for doing that, but like some people showed up a little late, which I totally understand. I get it. But I said 10:30. Y'all should have been there at 10:20 because I was showing up at 10:30.
Yeah.
Like I should have been ready to just like I should have shown up and been like, all right, let's fucking go.
You should have been the fashionably late one.
Yeah, I should. Yeah, basically.
I keep glancing off to the camera, like, you know what I'm saying, guys, right? Like, huh?
On what occasion do you lie?
Oh, all the fucking time.
Okay.
I lie to everybody all the no.
I was like, why do I do this podcast with you?
No, I used to be a big liar when I was younger, like from the ages of like 11 to 16. I was a motherfucker.
Yeah, same.
But I've definitely learned from my past mistakes and learned that that is not the way to live your life. And I hardly ever lie now unless it's something super embarrassing and I don't have to tell you. Then I'll just keep my mouth fucking shut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's better to just keep your mouth shut than even lie about it.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, I definitely agree. It's okay. I lie when it's like at my job, some of the people are older and they have their own opinions about certain shit.
You just go with it.
So I just go with
The
it.
form of lying, yeah.
I just go with it. I'm just like, yeah, you're totally right
There's a
that
dude
there
that-
shouldn't be transgender bathrooms. Totally right, dude. I totally agree with you. Yep, perfect. I lie about that shit all the time just because I don't want the fucking issues. And I also don't want to be, that guy that you go around to all the other fucking old people and, like, tell them that I'm some fucking...
Now you're the fucking black sheep.
Yeah, and I don't want that. So I just... it's shit like that. And then when I go home, I have my own thing. And, you can hate on me, whatever, that's... I mean... Because basically it's like, oh, well, do you really support, transgender people if you don't fucking, back them up when these type of situations come in? I'm like, there's a fucking time and place.
Yeah.
At my work is not my time and place. I'm not here to make friends. I'm not here to even talk about that shit. The fact that he brought that shit up was out of the blue.
It's weird when people bring up controversial topics at work.
We shouldn't have been talking about it in the first place,
It's like talking about politics at work.
We'll
You just don't do it.
We'll get more work done if we just talk about work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So same line from
Yeah, we'll just keep to that. So if you tell me some other shit and that's your opinion, like he has his total right to that opinion, and I don't feel like fucking arguing with you about it either. I don't have the time. I'm here to do a job to make my money to support my family. I'm not going to lose that job or make my job more difficult arguing with somebody about their own opinion. Like, whatever. First of all, he's going to die before me. So, whatever. It's just not an issue that I feel like. So I lie about that shit all the time. Yeah.
Now, I can definitely relate to that because there was a dude recently at work who was a little older. That it was before I left the tie-dye department. I'm back in embroidery now, guys. But before I left tie-dye, I was working with this dude, and we were having a great conversation for 2 hours before we went to our first break, and we were talking about conspiracy stuff, and it was great. I was like somebody who knew about harp and all this shit that all my top 5 classics and stuff. We talked about them all.
Fuck yeah.
Don't be rude.
No, I was just checking the time. I'm sorry.
You're so fancy.
I'm flexing.
Yeah, I'm jealous. That's a pretty watch.
Thanks, man. I got another one if you want to wear it, just for the podcast. I got you.
I might take you up on that.
Yeah, do you want me to go get it? I will. I will totally go get it, man.
We can do it next time.
I got another one somewhere around here, too. Oh,
Yeah.
I think I put it back in my room.
All right, yeah, you got a lot of watches.
It's my cheap. I've got 3 watches, okay? And my dad gave me one when I was younger, and I fucking lost it.
Yeah.
And so he was like, I'm never going to get you a watch again. And then finally, my stepdad got me a watch, and I was like, look, I've kept this bitch for 2 years, okay? And I haven't lost it. So, can you buy me a watch? Like, I want another watch. I really like wearing watches.
Give me another
And
chance.
I really wanted a gold watch, too. So I got a gold watch and I got a black one.
Yeah. Anyway.
Back to, yeah.
So, yeah, I was having a great conversation with this guy for like 2 hours. Come back from break, and we start kind of getting back into it, and we start talking about like QAnon and Trump and stuff.
Yeah.
Because that was the next logical step from all the stuff we had already talked about. And he was like, I don't understand why everybody's so mad at the guy all the time and why they're calling him racist. And I just had to have a moment where I was like, I was with you till now, and I'm just going to pretend I'm still with you.
Yep. Yep. I totally feel it.
What's next?
Oh, well, we already know this one about you. What do you most dislike about your appearance? Your teeth and your feet.
Yeah. If I had to pick one, it'd be my feet. I don't get my feet out around people.
It's my teeth.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. I got kind of some yellow teeth, and they're a little fucked up. So, I get it.
Just adopt a British accent. Nobody will care. You'll be fine.
Fucking hell, mate.
Yeah. A Peaky Blinders.
Yeah, basically. Which living person do you most despise?
Trump.
As
far as like in recent, I can't think of anybody that drives me more crazy during the day than him right now. I mean, I'm sure there's somebody that I hate more or despise more, but as far as like on a daily basis, just growling under my breath at the guy, it's him.
Okay. You.
Fuck that! It was right there. I should have thought of that.
No, I don't.
Fucker.
No, it is not you. It is
Nazi.
not you at all. Okay, it's not you. I fucking love you, Wes. You make my weeks. You're the break for my week every week. You make my week so much better. You are not that person. What living person do I despise? I
called a side hoe, basically.
I would probably have to agree with you, man.
Yeah.
Like seriously, and I don't even like.
I don't really hate anybody or despise anybody, but as far as like being frustrated all the time at someone,
yeah, it's just that's a whole nother thing. Let's just move on from that one.
Just being honest.
What is the quality you most like in a man?
Girth. Girth and a tight hole. No, if I'm being honest, manliness, but not in like the stoic, don't let anything affect you, but like being comfortable with the person you are. Because I'm kind of an effeminate man, and I struggle with this a lot. I can be very emotional, and but it's something that I've learned doesn't make me less manly. I just have to accept that as part of myself and be confident in it. It's really the confidence.
Okay, so confidence in a man.
It's
Not being
confidence.
manly, but being confident in your own self, regardless of whether you have manly traits or feminine traits.
All around confidence is what makes you manly, I think, or just makes you a good person in general. But if we're talking about one gender, it's like I respect that in a man when they're entirely comfortable with who they are.
No wonder you like me so much.
I mean, yeah,
Not to toot my own horn, but doo-doo.
you're really fucking confident about everything, and I've always admired that. So
Thanks, man. I try to be. There's a few things that I'm not too confident about, but I guess I would kind of have to agree with you on that. Like is the confidence, like just being able to be comfortable with yourself and to project that also.
Yeah.
Like to be able to walk into a room and be able to talk to whoever and to be able to back yourself up, and not kind of lie like I do.
don't lie to people. Don't
Yeah.
lie to yourself, and take care of your shit.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. And I wasn't there either. Like it's taken me up until like now to take care of my shit, and I'm growing every day. Like I'm
Work in
constantly
progress.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And everybody is like constantly to the day that you die, you're always a work in progress. You can always better yourself. Every day is a new day. Like you might have had this opinion one day, but you can wake up the next day and have a different opinion and move forward from that and better yourself. So, definitely confidence is the quality I like most in a man,
Yeah.
and also his girth and a title.
Yes.
What is the quality you most like in a woman?
Probably the same thing.
Her tits. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I mean, I was
just kidding.
gonna go with probably the same thing. Girth and a tight hole. woman's got to be girthy.
Um, hmm. I think what the quality most like in a woman is understanding.
Yeah.
Is being able to understand me and to help me grow. I don't know exactly what word I would like boil that down to, but
Maybe like empathy.
yeah, I
Yeah.
guess because like with my wife, like since I've met her, I've grown so much, and she is like a huge reason as to why I am the man that I am today.
Yeah.
Is because I want to make her proud, I want to make her happy, but she's also helped me a lot along the way, and understanding who I am and how I am, and then being able to help me realize that, and then how to better myself.
Yeah.
So, for me, it would definitely be that.
That makes sense. I think as I'm thinking about it, the thing that I most admire about my wife, which is the woman that I've loved from day one and I will be with for the rest of my life. So, as far as women go, she's the one I admire. And as far as the trait I admire the most, it would have to be her willpower. Where, like, she doesn't always stick with everything, but she is a strong willed woman and she'll
Yeah.
stick with the things that count.
Yeah.
So, I've always really respected that about her.
But yeah. All right. 2 more questions.
Almost there.
Which words or phrases do you most overuse?
Like is a big one for both of us.
That is a big one.
I say fuck too much.
That is actually, I got this book from Caitlin and Shane, and they wrote some of their answers in here.
Hi, Caitlin and Shane.
Hi. And for both of them, it just says fuck.
Yeah. I say fuck way too fucking
Oh,
much.
yeah. Me too, dude. My boss actually was like, why do you curse so much? I was like, I don't fucking know.
Because it's fucking fun.
I was like, this is who I am, man. I'm sorry. I just curse a lot.
Yeah.
Fucking figure it out
Fucking figure it out.
is probably another one that I'm like, I'd probably say that way too much.
The one that I annoy my wife with the most is circle of life. I say that to her all the time, and I'll do it in threes where like something will happen where like Ollie will piss on the floor or something. I'll be like, parents have sex, parents have kid pisses on floor. Circle of life.
Circle of life. Heard
She
that.
hates it.
Oh, see, we both know the answer to this one. So the last one's a pretty easy one.
Peek.
What or who is the greatest love of your life?
Oh,
Yeah.
I love you too, man. Oh, was that not what your answer was gonna be? Oh, arrow through the heart.
Ooh, sorry.
Shot to the heart.
And you're too late, darling. You made love. You give love. Sorry, not you made. You made love.
You made love
You give
bad
love.
to me. That was some poor love.
You give love
making.
a bad name. Actually,
I'm getting fucking sweaty over here.
yeah, it's definitely my wife for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely my wife. You're a very close second.
Yeah.
I've always told my wife that if we get a divorce, I'm coming after you. So
there's a lot of fucking pieces that have to fall for that to work out. But
you would also have to get divorced from your wife.
yeah.
So that's one of them.
I'm gonna watch out for your master plan where you're
You would-
knocking over the dominoes one by one.
You would also have to become like bisexual. So
I'd go gay for you.
would you?
I mean, if it came to it.
I'm flattered.
If Crystal died and like the kids got taken away, yeah.
And the kids got taken away. Why do they have to get taken away?
I don't trust you around my kids.
Do you not trust me around my own child?
No.
Oh shit.
No, I'm just kidding. You're a
She's
great
still
dad.
alive,
You're a
okay?
great dad.
I've spent alone time with my child and she's still alive, okay?
You got lucky.
I guess. Shit, I got lucky with my wife too, man. It's just been a whole life of lucky shit.
A lot of people die around you. I'm keeping an eye on you.
Dun dun dun. All right. So that was the first page of that.
Page 1 done.
All right, there you go.
Give us your answers, guys. I mean, I know we already plugged it, but you know what to do now.
You know what to do.
You
Give
don't
us
have to
your
answer them
answers.
all, but, answer
Give
them
us
all.
your answers, and then we'll do like we'll go back and answers or read some of your guys' answers from the last episode on the next episode, and then we'll go into the new questions and everything else. So if you give us our answers, we can put it on the podcast, whatever.
Yeah, maybe we'll do like the top 5 or top 10 or something.
Something like that. 2,000 questions about me, and we're
That's a lot of
13 questions in it. So 1,877 to go. 1,977. I think I said 800. 1,977.
It'd be 87.
God fucking math. Math. Not.
Math is hard, guys.
You know what I can count? Third beer, though. So, yeah.
I can do beer math. Yeah, so a lot of questions, a lot to look forward to.
Yay. You get to learn more about us.
Let's learn together, guys.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun-dun-dun. Yeah, finger gunned you. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna do some video editing. I'm gonna clip that out, and that's gonna be like a transition segment into every time we do this. You're gonna do the little dance, and then this will be the question segment.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay.
I like it.
Put some music behind it.
No, just keep me doing the music.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I put like a little like EDM beat behind you doing your dun-dun-nas?
No, just me doing that.
No dun-dun-nas? Okay.
No. Hey, drop that dun-dun-dun. Hey, don't drop that dun-dun-dun. All right, anyway, stop being white.
That's a hard thing to quit doing.
Especially when you're white.
I can't quit you.
You know?
Why can't I quit you?
'Cause it's inevitable.
I don't think. Okay, we'll just go with it. We'll go with it.
Okay, so going into how you've changed.
Oh yeah, I've been doing
your,
some
your
changes.
mind.
Changes. Nice. That was a good one.
Thanks, that was a good one.
Write it and let us know. Rank those on a scale of 1 to 10. Yeah, so I had an experience at work, and just to preface this, you already know, but I've been a lifelong disbeliever in ghosts. Like I just don't buy that shit. Like I'm not fucking buying it. So I had an experience finally, and part of the reason I was never buying it was that I hadn't had one. And I always heard stories from people that I like trust and love and that I don't think they're lying to me, but I always chalk it up to like the brain's a weird thing. Sometimes we do some weird shit and don't know what the answer is.
Okay, fair enough.
So I was at work
Okay.
and I'm back in embroidery now. So I was in the embroidery room by myself. I work second shift and it's like 4 o'clock to 12:30ish if I'm doing a regular 8-hour. So I'm there pretty late into the night by myself. If I'm doing a 10-hour shift, I'm there till 2:30.
Okay.
So it's like dark out. There's
Yeah.
nobody out. I'm in this one room in the back of the building by myself with these loud ass machines. So I can't
Yeah.
really hear anything else that's going on. And I've got my headphones in listening to the podcast all night anyway. So I'm just kind of like shut off from the outside world by myself, focused on my work all night.
Yeah.
And the way the room's set up is my section is at the back of the room, farthest from the door. And there's a table separating these two big machines. So there's like table in the middle, 2 machines. And I'm working at the farthest machine, and I've got my back to the table behind me. And there's an air conditioner that comes out of like a pipe in the wall. Like it's just like that HVAC silver shit that they just like cut a square in the wall and then pipe it through that thing.
Yeah.
So there's a pretty strong gust that comes to that side of the room. And sometimes it'll like catch my hair and blow it, or it'll blow like backing off the table or like papers and shit when it kicks on initially.
Yeah.
So I'm used to that feeling of having like a gust of wind hit my back and it be cold. That didn't happen. What happened was I was with my back to the table and something grabbed this side of my hair, pulled it out like this, tucked it into the back of my shirt, and then yanked it down my back. And kind of forced, like not hard enough to hurt, but enough for it to be like somebody grabbed my hair. And I was like, I turned around because it was like maybe the air just kicked on and blew my hair a weird way. Maybe I caught it in my armpit or something, but it wasn't in my armpit. It was like, because my hair is pretty long, I catch it in there sometimes and tug my own hair. But it went down the middle of my back, and I even pulled my hair out of my shirt after, because I freaked out, jumped away from the table, turned around, looked all around me, and the next thing I did was pulled my hair out of my shirt because maybe I'm just losing my mind, and it came up my back and didn't get caught on anything. So I'm like, the fuck just happened? And right before that had happened, I didn't like chalk it up to anything. I just assumed it was my own keys in my pocket, but I heard keys jingling from like the left side, opposite end of the room. So I'm on the far end, the end closest to the door. There's a double door on the right side of the room. So, like, across from that double door, I hear keys jingling and a couple steps come closer to me. I just assumed I was just hearing my own shit over the machines. And then my hair gets tugged. And then I'm terrified that there's somebody in the room fucking with me. Cuz I'm like, I don't believe in ghosts. So my first thought is there's somebody hiding under one of these tables or behind a machine right now. And like maybe it's one of my coworkers, just like maybe Jesus came in to fuck with me.
Right.
And he's never done that before. Like nobody ever comes and messes with me that late. So I'm looking under shit and I'm terrified. So I have to leave the room and go to the bathroom and like just chill for a little bit and then come back and continue my work because I still had like 2 hours in my shift. So it's not like I can just go.
And you don't want to go to like to your manager and be like,
I don't have a manager there that late.
oh fuck,
It's just
dude.
me. And there's like some screen printers out on the work floor, but I'm not gonna go like, hey, a ghost just pulled my hair to like these fucking
Yeah.
people. I could be like, hey, I'm scared, but it's all like dudes that are older than me and they're all covered in tats and like they're burly screen printer dudes. So it's like,
They'd be like, fucking figure it out, you pussy.
yeah, exactly. I'm not gonna go out there and be like, hey, can you guys come check my closet? I'm scared.
Yeah. We need to check for ghosts and monsters.
There's a monster under my bed. Yeah, so
Ooh, that's sketchy as fuck, man.
I've racked my brain and I can't explain how that happened. And normally, like when something strange, because I've seen UFOs, I've seen weird shit out in the woods. Like I've had like quote unquote paranormal experiences, but nothing like a ghost, because that just seems like past the realm of possibility to me.
They were like, oh, you don't believe? Bet.
I've made comments about this recently to like Crystal, and I think maybe I said something to you where I was like, I think ghosts just don't like me. Where like, because if they were real, why haven't I had an experience yet? And a lot of people have.
See, you said it, and now it manifested itself around you.
I said that like a week ago,
And
and
they
then
were
this
like-
happened Friday.
They were like, bet.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or no, it didn't happen. It was Wednesday because I had Thursday, Friday off. But
I said bet around my manager. He was like, what? I was like, I don't know how to explain this, actually. This is not a part of the culture that I, like, I get it because it's a part of the culture. And
it's just a thing we all say now.
But older people don't get it.
Yeah.
They were like, what do you mean, like, bet? And I was like, like, you can bet on it. Like, go get that ladder. Bet. Like,
Yeah.
we can make a bet right now that I'm going to go get that ladder.
It seems like you're kind of it's a challenge almost, where it's like,
Yeah.
will I or won't I go get that ladder? You want to bet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I should use that. That's
Mhm.
good. That's a good explanation. I didn't really think about that.
It seems a little confrontational if you don't understand it, though.
Yeah.
Where you're like, bet.
But I don't say it in a confrontational way.
bet.
Fucking bet. I'm gonna go get that ladder.
Uh-huh.
Bet.
Just over like the most meaningless tasks. You're like, I'm gonna fucking eat this cake. Bet.
Bet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good times.
Mm-hmm.
So you believe in ghosts now?
I don't know if I believe in ghosts,
You believe in ghosts now.
but I'm closer to believing in ghosts
The
because
more-
I can't explain that. It bothers me when I can't explain what happened.
The more that you don't believe in them, the more that they're gonna fuck with you.
Well, I super hard didn't believe in them before, and they didn't mess with me all the way up until now for 26 years of my life. So why now?
I think it's because of me.
I think I'm schizophrenic, and it's finally showing.
Uh.
I think alternate personality Wes tugged on his own hair and then blamed it on a ghost.
That could be possible.
Yeah. Because otherwise, I can't, like, it's either ghosts or I'm fucking losing my mind. Like, those are the two options.
I'm gonna go with ghosts.
But it seems so unreal. Why do you
I'm
believe in
going-
ghosts? What makes ghosts seem like a possibility to you? Like, what's your belief system
'cause
on
it's
that?
not improbable.
What do you mean it's not improbable? We talked about this a little bit. Where like aliens, there's like a logical process you can go through. Where like step by step you
Mm.
can get to aliens, and it's a possibility.
Yeah.
How do you get to ghosts? I'm
I
coming off as a super skeptic right
don't
here.
have anything that's proven it not to be true.
Okay, but that's a logical fallacy. That's why we have a scientific method, because that's something that you can't prove to not be true. Might as well be false. Like,
That's
because you have to have supporting
But then
evidence for it to be a
okay,
possibility.
okay, but then there's so much shit that happens to people on a every day. I mean, there's plenty of fucking ghost stories out there. I mean, you
I
just
think-
had one yourself.
I think most of it.
I
Like,
don't think that it's it's not impossible for it to be a thing.
Yeah.
It's not improbable for it to be a thing either. That there is an alternate dimension that we can't necessarily see or really like understand, and I wouldn't put it past it. Like that's just my whole thing. Like I'm going to go ahead and believe in that just because like I don't see, for me, basically, I don't see any reason not to, and that's why I don't fuck with that shit either.
It's
Like,
the
I'm not,
same argument for believing in God, though.
bring a fucking Ouija board in here then. No, don't bring that shit here.
I love playing with Ouija boards. It's a psychological trick.
You think?
When you get a big enough group of people together, and it's the same way hypnotism works. If somebody's like willing to believe in something, you can convince them that even though they're the ones moving the planchette subconsciously on the Ouija board, that they're not doing it. So it feels like it's happening as a group. That's how that works.
I don't know, man, because I feel like if me and you were to sit down with a Ouija board, I don't think it would move.
Yeah, because we only have two people, and one of us is a non-believer. So like, I'm either gonna be trying to fuck with you, or you're gonna be the one moving it, because that's how that works. Like, there's no demons or ghosts involved.
So either you're gonna be fucking with me or I'm gonna be fucking with you.
Or you're gonna be convinced enough that it's happening that either I'm fucking with you and you think it's a ghost, or I get in some mindset where we're both kind of pushing and pulling against each other, and that causes it to move in a way that seems random.
No, I don't think it would move at all.
I don't think it would either.
If we went into it like kind of knowing that,
Yeah.
and we were like, let's just be serious for a moment. Like, let's not fuck with each other. Let's just sit here. Let's like do it the right way, kind of like in a seance way, and just see what the fuck happens. Like. But then again, what if it did start moving?
Well, then I'd have to believe, but that's never happened. I've done a Ouija board before.
And has it ever moved?
It's moved because people were fucking with it. And it's always like obvious that somebody's fucking around or that they're just participating because of the fun. I've only done it with groups of like 5 or 6 people.
Oh yeah, no. See,
it doesn't work well with just 2 people.
I wonder why.
Because somebody's got to be a cheater or a liar, or they're convinced themselves.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, okay, so
that's what I'm saying. I think
there is that part of me that like I don't want to fuck with a Ouija board because I just don't want to fuck with that energy in the first place. Like, why bring that energy towards you?
Hasbro makes them, man. Hasbro makes Ouija boards.
Hasbro probably does a lot of other shit that we don't know about. Okay, let's be real here.
Hasbro child soldiers.
Dun dun dun. So
don't sue us, Hasbro.
Too late.
Do.
I don't
care.
give a fuck. You're not gonna get shit from me. I believe in it because I just think that it could be possible.
Okay, so I'll give you that because that's fair.
And if you want to go the whole like believing in God thing, I believe that there is a higher power. I believe that there's like a higher system that we don't understand, but I don't think it's a quote unquote human being like person.
A dude with a beard in the clouds.
Yeah, like it doesn't look like us. It doesn't look like a human. They just did that to make it more believable.
Yeah. Well, okay, so I'd be more willing to believe that version of it where it's like we don't have a full picture of the realms that exist beyond what we can understand and see. I'd be willing to give you that. Like, there's part of me that wants to believe in that type of shit. Like, I think ghost stories are fun. I love ghost stories. I just don't think that it's something that like either exist or most people aren't going to have a real experience that you could actually say for 100% was like that was something truly paranormal. I think 99.9% of the time it's your brain fucking with you because that'll happen. Like, we don't even fully understand our own brains yet. We haven't mapped out how everything works. So there's weird little glitches that can happen. And we've talked about this on previous episodes of things that people's brains just do because of either injury or they just have like a chemical imbalance where all of a sudden they're fucked up in a weird way for the rest of their life, like face blindness and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or we've talked about how when you walk through a door, your brain throws out all the information from the previous room because it's a new environment. It treats it like it doesn't need that info, and that's why you forget what you went to the fridge for.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
or
I think like
working in a kitchen and the next thing you know, you get into the walk-in, you totally forget what the fuck you were going into the walk-in for. All my restaurant people out there get that shit.
Yeah, exactly. So I think like there's just parts of our own consciousness that glitch out or fuck with us that we don't have an awareness of.
My whole thing is, how can you explain what happened to you?
I don't know. That's what's been messing with
Dun,
me.
dun, dun,
Is
dun, dun.
there's that like 0.1% of me that has to believe that there's something that we don't have a grasp on yet. But I need just a sliver of evidence because all the videos on YouTube and all the like evidence of ghosts and I caught a demon on camera. It's all I haven't seen one that I believe yet, you know? It's all
Yeah.
very Blair Witchy or special effects or somebody caught a blur in the background or those floating orb videos are all bullshit.
Yeah, it's hard for me to believe a lot of that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think most people are lying or they're just misunderstanding the way their own brain works.
Have you seen that photo of hi Amelia?
It did freak me out though.
Have you seen that photo of it was like world's largest whale caught on a helicopter ride recently?
What? No.
Oh, let me see if I can look it up on my phone real quick and show it to
Okay.
you. 'Cause I don't know if it's true or not.
You can't trust any images on the internet
No.
nowadays. And that lamp lady that we saw earlier might be completely photoshopped.
It could be.
Probably not though. That looked like really impressive. Props to her.
Right. I don't know. I think that one was real.
It definitely was. It looked real.
I don't know.
How to search for whale helicopter? Like,
I mean,
it is a weird thing to just find on the internet. Like, how do you Google that?
it was like a it's been a meme that's been going around.
Well, I haven't seen it, but I haven't been paying attention much this past week to the internets and the goings on of the meme culture.
Oh, here it is. Ooh, this is on that'snonsense.com.
Let us know what you guys believe as far as the ghosts go. By the way, swimming. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That thing's bigger than the fucking bridge. Like as far as like the distance from one
Dude,
side
if
of the
that
photo to
thing
the other
if that
side.
thing flipped its tail up, it would take out a whole section of the fucking bridge. No problem.
That's not real.
Okay.
There's no fucking way that's real.
Okay.
That's a pretty well done
'Cause you
Photoshop,
can
I'd have to
see
say.
like another whale next to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That seems way too convenient of a picture to be real. It looks like they used the clone tool and just lengthened the body of the whale.
I mean, yeah. But also, what if that's real?
There's no I mean there's some crazy shit in the ocean. Like have you seen the like spider alien looking squid thing that they got
Yeah.
with the deep sea submersible?
Yeah.
That thing looks like it's from another planet. It's like the size of a building. Like
Yeah. This, I mean, literally like a car looks like a fucking ant compared to it. And
the bridge is probably what? Like I can't tell from scale, but like a normal blue whale is like a few buses or a bus or two long, right? And then like
I can tell you
that bridge,
actually.
the photo of the bridge, like from end to end, it's not the whole bridge in the picture, but it's got to be a few miles, and this whale is at least as long as that, if not longer. Like it'd be the biggest aquatic animal that we've ever discovered if that thing's fucking real.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I just saw a photo.
And how would you not like see that from like space or satellite footage? Like
So the largest blue whale from at least this photo would be about the size of like a 747.
about 3 buses
Yeah. 3 school buses, full-length school buses.
or 6 elephants.
This fucking whale looks like it would be about 50 buses.
Yeah, can I see that picture again?
Yeah, let me
It's just mind blowing. Once again, we'll post this up on socials so you guys can see what we're talking about too if you haven't seen it already.
You know what? Let me read the article.
Yeah, because
Claims
that looked
to
like
show
a
a
fat
large
check.
whale and its calf while it's swimming under a bridge. Many variants identify the bridge as the Samuel de Champlain Bridge. An example of the photo can be seen below. Caught on helicopter ride. The photo is not real.
Yeah, there's no way.
And it's been spreading online since July 2019. The image is a composite, meaning the image of the whale has been imposed on the image of the bridge.
Yep.
Despite claims made by earlier variants of this hoax, the bridge in the image isn't the Samuel de Champlain Bridge.
Hi, Amelia.
Right.
Baby in the back.
Are you hungry again? No. Maybe. I fed you at like 9, so you might be hungry again.
Yeah. We did start almost 3 hours ago now.
Yeah, I gotta take a piss break anyways.
I gotta go after you.
Boop, 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 ba doop, boop, boo. Okay. Alright. You okay over there?
We're back.
And we're back. Welcome everybody. Back
What's up?
back from our break. Okay, so we had one last little subject that we're gonna talk about
Just gonna run through it quickly.
really quickly. It's kinda late, you know. Baby's being a little baby. So
It's bedtime.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about the Trump-led vaping ban based on all the scares that have happened in the recent days, where like 5, I think, was how many people died?
6.
6 now?
6.
Yeah. So I just want to go over like kind of quickly how ridiculous the scare is. This happens every time there's like some new drug that people are worried about, or when like a death from something that people have been doing for a while finally happens. People immediately freak out like it's the worst thing in the world.
Like let's be real here. Vaping has been going on for years. Years.
Over a decade now. There was people doing like do-it-yourself vaping back before it was legal over here. You had to order it from overseas, and people were doing it on their own that way.
Years. And it's just now deaths coming out from it. And from what I have heard is that most of it is from like black market THC cartridges.
All the investigations on it have been exactly that. Where like when they found the culprit, it's most likely vitamin E that people are like putting inside the vape cartridges as sort of some substrate to vape off of.
Yeah.
And vitamin E is perfectly fine to consume like edibly, like you can intake it orally, but we don't know what it does to the lungs. So they think like it's coating the lungs and causing moisture buildup inside of your lungs.
Yeah.
And normal vape products like the e-juice you get at Vapor Station or Vaporfy or that you order online, if it's, a reputable company, they're going to use propylene glycol and vegetable glycerin. And that stuff is perfectly safe and not harmful.
Yeah. See, that's why I liked Vaporfly so much. Is that they were registered with the FDA before the FDA started like even or really had like regulations on it, even the small amount that they do now. Like they were registered to be looked at by the FDA. And I was like, all right, that's cool. I like that.
Yeah. And cigarettes kill an untold number of, I mean, I'm sure there's a number that I could pull up right here, but it's at least thousands of people. Susan always freaks out when you try to touch her. Come say hi, Susan.
Oh, hello.
There she is. You guys have been hearing her in previous episodes. Now she finally gets her,
Now you get to see her. She's
Yeah.
gotten big, man.
Dude, she's huge.
She's getting fat.
I mean, like, her dad was the big one of the litter. They were only supposed to be like this big. They were supposed to be like teacup Yorkies.
Yeah?
And that he was the one big one, and then she came out giant too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, as far as like going to Vapor Station, if you've been using a vape mod and you've been using e-liquid, you probably have nothing to worry about. It's still safer than smoking cigarettes. Like I said, those kill hundreds or thousands or hundreds of thousands of people every year. And we've known that for a long time, and we're still selling them. They're not being cracked down on by the FDA the same way that vaping is right now.
Which is ridiculous.
Yeah, and it's people who are buying illegal substances in markets where it's still illegal and getting janky cartridges that are causing them to be sick.
Yeah.
So just the way the Trump administration has been talking about this, and specifically the way Trump's been talking about it, has been kind of funny, despite all the like misinformation. If you set all that stuff aside, just the way he talks in general about stuff that he doesn't know what he's talking about.
Oh, yeah.
So
Anything.
I've got a quick clip here. I think I got the ad already skipped past. This is from New York Times video, and this is Trump's recent press conference on his proposed vaping ban.
Vaping has become a very big business, as I understand it, like a giant business in a very short period of time. But we can't allow people to get sick, and we can't have our youth be so affected. And I'm hearing it, and that's how the First Lady got involved. She's got a son together that is a a beautiful young man, and she feels very, very strongly about it. She's seen it. We're both reading it. A lot of people are reading it. But people are dying with vaping. So we're looking at it very closely. And, you know, if nothing else, this is a conference that's going to let people know about it, because people are going to watch what we're saying. And parents are going to be a lot tougher with respect to their children. A lot of people think vaping is wonderful, it's great. It's really not wonderful. That's one thing I think we can say definitely, Commissioner. It's not a wonderful thing. It's got big problems. We have to find out the extent of the problem. It's so new. So new.
Yeah, so new, even though it's been like pretty much a decade that we've been vaping and no deaths have happened. But the moment that these like THC vaping cartridges came out and then there was a whole black market for them, like now people are dying. And but you're still going to go back to like the regular vapes that have been around for a decade now.
Right. I mean, if you want to point the finger at a problem, it's the war on drugs, not vaping.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because if weed was legal, I mean, people would just go to their local dispensary and get it, you know, from a regulated company.
Regulated and tested.
And yeah,
Yeah.
it would be fine. But no, now these people are making it in their fucking basement or what have you because they know that they can like they make the cartridges too like where you can like fill them up on your own.
Yeah.
You know, basically. It's not like a fail safe thing where once you fill it up that first time and then it's sealed, you know, sort of shit. Like you can refill them if you want. I've done it before.
Yeah.
Like one of them was like I got one that was really shitty. So I took it and I put it into one that we had used that was like a lot better.
Yeah.
And then just vape the rest of the juice off of that one.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And I tried to use like ones that I had known about and that looked I guess real,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and I'm fine. Still here. I've vaped for a few years.
Yeah, I
You
mean, I
know?
don't vape anymore, but I did it for a few years too, and I felt way healthier than when I was smoking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And now since I quit smoking weed, I went back to smoking.
Yeah, and I'm back on the black and milds, so.
Oops.
Yeah.
But
There was one specific moment in there, I mean, two that I think were funny. The one being like, the one thing we can say, Commissioner, is that it's not wonderful. It's like, that's the one thing that he can definitely say, like, that's somehow a scientific fact. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
is that it's not wonderful.
He's using a very loose adjective to scientifically describe something, and that's from the president, this is why it's not safe, because it's not wonderful.
It's not wonderful.
Oh, what? And then
Whatever.
early in the video, did you catch when he was talking about Melania and
Yeah.
that they have a son, but he said she has a son. And then
Yeah.
he real quickly was like, together. She has a son together.
Yeah.
And he constantly treats the kid that she has, I don't know if it was with him or if it was like married in, but treats the younger one like not his kid at all, constantly. Like this has happened before in other videos where he won't acknowledge that that's his kid. Yeah. During a vaping press conference, the Trump throws shade at his own child.
That's crazy, man. That's absolutely crazy. Like, come on, dude. Just
He's such an old fart and like just incompetent and bad at his job.
and
And
do that dazed to confused thing where he like grabs the bridge of his nuts.
hey, you guys finally get to see him do it.
You know, I just man,
Yeah, it hurts.
it does.
Yeah.
It's just too much. It's funny though because my aunt is a nurse and she is constantly posting this shit on Facebook about like vaping and how it's killing people and all this other shit. And you know, even me like doing my small research and like knowing that it's all these, you know, fucked up THC cartridges. It's not just regular vaping. Like a lot of these companies are regulated, but then again, even in an article that I sent her that the FDA doesn't know how to regulate because we don't know the long-term effects.
Yeah.
And so they don't know what to regulate and how to regulate it. They're getting there. It's starting to get more regulations and stuff like that. And they want to be, you know, making these regulations, but they don't know the long-term effects. So they don't really know what they should and should not regulate.
Yeah.
Whatever. Cool.
Well, bring on the regulations. Safer
Right.
vaping is a good thing for all
I-
of us.
Totally fine with that. You
Yeah.
know, but just the fact that they're gonna ban vaping,
You got
but
all
like
these.
I can smoke cigarettes all I want.
You've got all these kids who are like on vaping now. Look, there is a problem with that. It does look cool, and it's marketed like Juul is specifically marketed to kids.
Okay, but what about like the Pinnacle,
Yeah,
liqueur, where it's
Yeah.
like salted caramel, cotton candy,
Yeah.
you know, dark chocolate.
Well, it's the evil we know. That's the thing that's been around for a very long time. It isn't as freshly new in people's minds as vaping is, especially older people who like they see these like 14 or like younger than that kids vaping with these Juul cartridges and shit, and they're like, well, that's new and scary. But the problem with outright banning it and taking it away from these people is that you've got all these people hooked on nicotine now, which isn't a harmful substance. It's just the part that's addictive. And then
Yeah.
you're going to take that away, and now they've got a nicotine need that they're going to go supply with cigarettes.
Yeah,
And
basically.
it's a worse option that you're pushing people into. And I'm all fine with being safe until we know better, but like we're going after the wrong people and the wrong products right now. And anytime I see like a fear-mongering article like this, I notice to pull back from it.
This
And-
is the same thing with the chicks that were like, we're not gonna have babies until the world takes. You have a good idea, but your execution was not right.
Or I mean, not to a that's exactly right, and to a lesser extent, like the anti-vaxxers.
Yeah,
It's like they're hanging on to a few papers and a few research that leans in the direction that they like, that they're biased towards, and they're ignoring the vast amount of information and studies to the contrary.
Amelia's just all about it right now.
Yeah, I think that might be our cue.
Yeah.
We might have to leave off on that topic and pick back up another time.
We'll get back to it though. Thank you guys for listening. Again, follow us on Instagram, Blue Skies Pod, Facebook, Blue Skies from the Basement. Call in at 614-600-2056. We have a Twitter now. Search Blue Skies
Pod.
Blue Skies Pod.
Yep.
We have merch out now. teasepublic.com.
T-Public, no S.
teapublic.com.
tpublic.com/BSFTB.
BSFTB. We've got 2 designs out so
Mhm.
far.
I'm working on more. It's just taking me a while because, dad life.
Perfectly fine. I like
Mhm.
both the designs that we got out. I actually have like a hold on. Actually.
You can go get the pillow. Yeah, the pillow that he's going to go grab is our cult-inspired design where Austin's so into bananas that we decided to start a religion. And here's our banana Jesus pillow. God damn, I can't talk. Getting late in the episode. Yep. So we got our glorious banana Christ coming through the clouds and brightening up our blue skies. You can get one of those. You can get stickers. You can get a phone case. You can get a mug. You can get a tote. You can get a laptop case. Whatever you want, we got it.
What else?
Did we plug our donate links? I mean, T-Public, obviously, we get a cut of that. That helps out the show. But you can also directly donate it to us, either a recurring donation or one time, as little or as much as you want through PayPal. That'll automatically set it up for you to do recurring if you want. And if you want to do Venmo or the Cash App, those are both just Blue Skies Pod on both those platforms. And any amount helps out, and we greatly appreciate it, guys.
Greatly appreciated.
Yep.
Again, thanks for listening.
This will be, you're already on YouTube if you're watching this, but we've got a YouTube now.
Yeah. What up? First video. So let us know how we did. Let us know what you like, what you don't like, whatever. Comment about some of the questions that we wrote or talked about in the book, 2,000 questions about me.
Let Austin know he's an asshole.
Because I am, and it's okay.
Don't say anything mean about me. It'll ruin my life.
It'll help me make me feel better. I'm confident, okay? We've already established this. I'm a confident motherfucker.
And I'm easily broken.
2 different style people, okay? That's just how it is. But remember that we love you guys, love each other, love other people. I'm going to do it the right way. I hate it when people do that shit.
You can still see that
no,
it's a heart.
No, you can't. This looks stupid to me. I do it this way.
What if I do like the
Nope.
Illuminati love?
Nope.
All right, fuck you.
Nope, I do it
You're
like
an
this. I
asshole.
think that this
Let
is
him know
more-
he's an asshole. Cheers.
Love you guys, and later.